All right, welcome to 5 Minute Fridays. I'm gonna start the timer now. Here we go. Today we're gonna talk about why player development departments don't reach their full potential. Why do player development departments not reach their full potential? That is a simple answer. They do not have the support from those that the support is needed for them, or those who can help. They don't have the support of people they need the support from. And so I think about this, like a lot of people who do have great success in player development and those who do a lot of things, they have the support of the head coach. If you're player development, you're working with a team to really, really, truly reach your full potential, you have to have the support of the head coach. And the support of the head coach, it can fall into a couple areas. Number one, the head coach understands what you're doing and why you are there, the importance of your role. Number two, the head coach gives you scheduling. You get to get on the calendar. That is huge. Number three, the head coach communicates to the staff and others the importance of what you're doing. And so that is tough. I mean, well, that is needed. And then number four, the head coach has people in place, the director of operations, the chief of staff, the athletic director overseeing the sport, who understand and will implement the support that they want for that different program, for what that player development department is going to do. And so it's tough. If you don't have that full support, you're not going to reach full potential. You're not going to be able to fully go in there with a plan. I've been at places where I've made an entire plan for the year and said, hey, this is what we're going to do in player development. And I'm sitting in the meeting like, oh, this don't care. Or you don't care. This doesn't matter to you. And so when we're looking at that full potential, you have to find the coaches there. Now, those who do have support of the head coach, they can reach their full potential. I always tell people all the time, like I knew some people, there was one person I was talking to, I was mentoring, and he had just got into space, and the head coach gave him a lot of time on the schedule. And he was just like, do I take all this? And I was like, you want to be smart with the time. He's giving you time, but you want to be smart with it because you don't want the player to feel saturated or just, man, we always in programming. And so he did a great job of communicating with the coach. Hey, coach, I'm thankful for his time. I want to do it this way. So even with those who have support, you have to be wise in there to reach your full potential, right? And then you have to define what full potential looks like. What will it look like? What will it look like if you had the head coach's support? So if I were to get back in the role, right, I would have to have the head coach's support. That's a non-negotiable. I'm not doing this because the head coach saw somebody in the conference has this, oh, I just wanted to build this staff. I have to have your support. And so for me, I need to list what is the full potential, what does support look like so we can maximize our full potential. Support for me looks like I need to have meetings with the coach about player development, not about just players, right? Not about players, issues and things I got to take care of outside of programming, right? Because you're going to take care of that. I need to have meetings about this is where we're going to player development this week. What are your thoughts? What is the weekly meetings, either at the beginning of the week or the end of the week to prepare for the next week. But that's a non-negotiable. Like I need that support. I need the support to speak in staff meetings. When I worked at the University of Houston, Tom Herman, worked for Tom Herman and even worked for Coach Major Applewhite. The one thing I appreciate about working for both of them at the University of Houston is they allowed me to talk about programming during the staff meeting. That is huge when you're in a role. When you're able to talk about programming during the staff meeting, you get the staff to understand what's going on. Hey, this is why, this is what's going on. This is how we're going to get these things done. Hey, this is where I need your help. If anybody needs more information, please come to me. Hey, this is what we're doing with these players. We're taking these players here. This is why this player was selected. This is why this player wasn't selected, whatever it may be. They allow me to speak in the staff meeting. I remember when I worked at Baylor, we were doing this huge program, cultural program that spanned about the entire semester. And I talked to the head coach and said, hey, do you mind if I kind of explain? I was the one that was handling the whole program and I was communicating with him, but he wanted to communicate what it was. And I wanted to communicate it with the players at the team meeting. He's like, no, I got it. And then at the staff meeting, we never really touched it. So when we got to a place where certain players were picked because they did things the right way, some of the coaches were confused. This coach talking about this coach's player. So now you got bickering going on. And there's like, I remember coach saying, how does this happen? Like, how do we not know? And the head coach telling me to go around and meet with the individual coaches. That stuff don't work. They got other things to do. Like if I'm trying to meet with the coordinators or this position coach or whoever, they got things to do. And so it never really reached its full potential because there was a support there. And I mentioned it there too. Another thing, Coach Tom Herman, Coach Les Miles, I worked at Kansas as well. And Coach Major Applewhite allowed me to do as well is speak to the players about the program in the team meeting, because there's two things. They're all sitting there. Their coaches are there. They're locked in. Everybody understands what's going on with this program. Hey, this is what we're going to do. Hey, this is how we're doing this. Hey, y'all, we just want to highlight a couple guys. we did this, blah, 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 whatever it is. And so those are non-negotiables, like having a supporter head coach. I may extend it a little more, having a supported head coach. Like I said, understanding we're going to meet weekly, having a head coach allow me to speak to the staff. And it's not a power deal. It's just the more the staff want to know. There's other head coaches in the room that want to be head coaches, and they want to know. They want to know about this player development stuff, right? That's one of the things that was the hardest thing for me working at Baylor, is I never got a chance to really get in my player development bag. So if I wanted to work for another coach who will eventually be a head coach, they never saw me in my bag. And so that was tough, but that's that. So having a supported head coach, knowing that the coach is going to help support you in front of staff, knowing that you get the resources, that's huge. So that full potential in there. For if I was getting back into it, I'd have to hire people. I can't do it again by myself. And so that's another way you can find to get the full potential support, is that you have someone else there for you. I could talk about this more with these 5-Minute Fridays. I like to just get organic and get going. But that's that right there. And hey, if you want to learn more about my journey in player development, learn more how player development can help you, your program, your athletes, you can get a signed copy from me. Click the link in the show notes. I will send you a signed copy. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. And for you all that are getting supported, please thank your coach. Thank you, coach, for the support. And for you all who feel like you're not supported, just find a way to get with your coach. Find a way to get that support in small bits and pieces until you feel more secure. Have a great weekend.